Does that goal line stand rank among moments that you've been here?
Yeah, it's definitely top five moment. I just think it was awesome to see the guys as we huddled up. Everyone was in the same kind of mentality mode, whatever you want to call it. Just saying, we don't care. We're gonna go out there, and we're gonna show what kind of defense we are, and I think we proved today what kind of defense we can be.
Let's to James Williams, not the biggest guy, but how does he do what he does out there?
Just through effort. I mean, the guy is constantly going. I mean, even at practice, we got some of the best tackles, I think, especially when we're going one-on-one pass rush in team scenarios. And, just his work ethic. I mean, it's just awesome to watch him go out there and do his thing. And especially since he's so open to learning from us older guys and Coach Knight and Coach Rule. I mean, he can't get enough. So just to watch him go out there and see his hard work, come to fruition and see him do what we knew he was capable of ever since we first signed him when he came here is awesome. It's awesome.
How motivated were you guys to stop one guy? And he had about 60 in the first quarter, but then he had nothing the rest of the way. I mean, what was your game plan to kind of slow him down?
Well, we knew what kind of running back he was. We knew he was probably going to be one of the best running backs we've seen. Last week in practice, I think Kenneth Walker deserves the biggest shout out of them all. Scout team running back was running, just as hard as him, if not harder, and allowing us to go live this past week for 2 days against the scout team offense. I mean, those guys made it fun and competitive and got us really, going for this weekend.
What can you say about Buschini and his 69-yard punt just before the last series and how that impacted things?
Well, Buschini's technically, part of that defense, right? He's doing his part of helping us pin them down in their own 10-yard line, right? And that allows us as a defense to go out there and play a little bit more loose and more free because we know they have to drive, 90, 80 yards to go score a touchdown. So to watch him go out there and, battle through the adversity was really awesome. And it just kind of shows the character of him and, just like that mentality we have as a team. Because, that's all throughout the team. He's just done a great job at, showing it.
You guys want to give him a black shirt after that?
Yeah, we might have to.
Getting so many fourth down stops, did you kind of see their offense kind of like demoralizing, just like, oh, here we go again, we got to get it, and then you guys just pounded it out?
That'll do that to anybody. I feel like if, an offense keeps getting, those fourth downs, it kind of, makes the defense have to think a little bit harder of how to stop it. But, the same thing goes to them. They were a hard physical team up front, and there's no doubt about that. I have a lot of respect for those guys. I just think, our roster just decided to, play a little harder or whatever it may be. I had a lot of fun going against those guys.
How'd you guys feel going out last drive? 2 minutes left. They had a long field to go. What was the vibe like in the defensive huddle?
Well, I think the events, early in the game, all the big plays that were made, the 2 interceptions. I think we had 6 sacks tonight. I think they all, and even that goal line stop, they all fueled that last drive to go out there and just say, this is the defense we are, and this is the defense that we're going to, become still and be here for the rest of the season. So to go out there and, all 11 guys do what they're supposed to do, it ends up winning the game.
Hey, Tyus, you guys played 6 games, 6 weeks, get a bye week. How needed is this bye week? I think it's your last home game for about a month now, but you'll be on the road for a key stretch.
Yeah, no, you guys are fired up to still, it wouldn't matter if we didn't have the bye week or not. I think it'll be a good mental reset, mentally, physically, kind of get the bodies back a little bit. I know I'll need it, right? But, it's still going to be the same preparation for us, going against Indiana, 1-0. We're going to enjoy this 24-hour rule, right? And then, come tomorrow, watch the film, see what needs to get done, and then, execute that stuff going on this next week in the practices we have.
Your biggest
After what happened at the end of the Illinois game, how you guys played these last couple of weeks, not that you had to prove anything, but what does it validate these last 2 weeks about the defense as a whole, and maybe the team as a whole?
Well, I think I could say this is that we were, disgusted and kind of disappointed in ourselves after that Illinois loss because, that's not who we are. And, we really had to come back and ask ourselves who we really were and remember, what we were capable of, especially with the guys on the defensive side of the ball. but to watch, all aspects of the team kind of come together and show that we all can do this together. I think it started, at Purdue. It was awesome to go out there and get that win, and I think it just added on to, like I said, the preparation this last week. I mean, we were all aspects of the team were in watching film on anything we could.
Anything else for Ty?
Your biggest takeaway from the Dominican Sioux pregame?
He really pounded us, or I guess he kind of really asked us this one question was, what's your why? He explained what his why was to us, and why he was the player he was, and how that motivated him. And I think that was kind of a big message for us this whole week, from my own coach, Coach Nyan, to Coach Rule, to Dr. Stout. I mean, it kind of just seemed like everybody was coming from a different angle and just asking, what's your why? Why are you here, and why do you do it? And I think tonight we found out that a lot of guys found their why, and I think it's just going to get better from here.
Thank you, Ty.
Thank you.